Hello, welcome to Grandma Bee's Busy Life. I'm Brenda and I'm happy to have you here. I am headed out into my backyard to look at my garden and see what it looks like. Can you see? It's snowing here in Utah. Let me flip my camera around. So this is my garden. It's not large, but look, I have a volunteer onion from last year and a couple of garlics over there. I'm excited about that. My parsley in that bucket was coming up, but of course now it's covered. All right, now I'm gonna head back inside the house and show you what I have started inside and talk to you a little bit about what I'm gonna plant today and to get ready for the garden. Gardening is my favorite time of the year. I love getting in the dirt and getting my hands dirty and getting all of the produce out of the garden after it is grown. So I'm so excited. But let me show you what I have inside. Here's my favorite thing so far. These are sweet potatoes. These are so easy. You just put them in a jar and they get roots. And then these little sprouts will come on top. And you just, once these sprouts are about 4 inches or so, you break them off and put them in a jar of water and they'll root, and then that's what you plant. Sweet potatoes are different than regular potatoes in that they are roots and potatoes are tubers. With regular potatoes, you can just plant them in the ground the way they are and every eye will grow a potato. And you know that because if you've ever had potatoes in your pantry that have gone too long, they get these little sprouts, but then those sprouts turn into little teeny itty bitty potatoes. That's what's happening. But sweet potatoes don't do that. They have to grow from root. And if you can see in there, I've got a sprout here and a sprout here. Those will eventually come above the water and be out the top here. And that's what I'll break off to plant these 2 sprouts. I'm hoping to get 3 sprouts from each of these plants. I don't have anything going on here yet. I don't have any sprouts on top, and I don't have any underneath. And here's the interesting thing. I read online that you have to have organic sweet potatoes because sweet potatoes that are from the store that are not organic have been sprayed with a sprout inhibitor. Well, guess what? The only one that's not sprouting is this one, and that one is organic. And these 2 I just bought at the grocery store and I scrubbed them down so that if they were sprayed with something, that was removed. Okay, on the next shelf is my onions, and they are starting to sprout. I have multiple different kinds. It says Walla Walla, Texas Early Grano, Sweet Spanish, Evergreen Bunching, Red Cipollini, or something like that, Yellow Cipollini, and Red Cabernet. So lots of different kinds of onions. It's the first time I've grown onions like this. I learned a lot about onions and that you cannot save the seeds more than 1 year because they're not likely to sprout. So I started fresh with these and they're sprouting. Down here is all of the stuff I'm growing to feed my rabbits. This is kale. I have blue curly kale, lacinato kale, red Russian kale, Fort Hook Swiss chard, and Corentus spinach. But my spinach, as you can see, is just barely spread. I can't even find, oh, there's one in the corner there. There's one right here. They are not coming up as well as these kale are, but spinach takes longer, so just have to wait. On my bottom shelf, I have herbs. So this is sage, basil, and basil, 2 basil plants. Dill right here. Parsley just sprouted the last couple of days. Oregano, it's very tiny, but it is sprouted. Here's some more onions. I had some leftover seeds, and because I knew I couldn't save them till the next year, I went ahead and planted them. And this is thyme. Clearly it takes a long time to grow thyme. I don't see anything sprouting there. So that's a mini tour of my garden in March in the snow. Today I'm going to plant tomatoes and zucchini and butternut squash and maybe a few other things just to get them started so that when May 15th comes around, which is the last frost date in Utah, I can get them into the ground. I'm also going to plant some marigolds today. I've learned that marigolds attract the bugs that eat aphids on tomatoes. So it's a great idea to plant marigolds all around your tomatoes. And tomatoes are tall, marigolds are short, so they're great to plant next to each other. And then it's a benefit for your tomatoes, and they're pretty. So I'm going to plant some marigolds today too. I'm going to start seeds in the ground with beans, peas, radishes, and carrots because all of those are better started directly in the ground. I'm so excited. I'll keep you updated as the season goes on so you can see what I am planting. Thank you for watching this short video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like gardening videos, please hit the like button. That helps me to know that that is the type of video you'd like to see again and you'd like to see updates on my garden. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. It really does help my channel. Put a message in the comment box below about what you're planting in your garden this year. See you again soon.